What not many people know is the risk of drinking groundwater. Because of a lack of tap water, 40% of the people here in Jakarta are forced to drink from rivers or from wells like this one. But the water is also contaminated because septic tanks here are not regularly cleaned.
Menurut data Badan Konservasi Air Tanah Kementerian ESDM, muka air tanah di wilayah Cengkareng sudah masuk ke dalam zona berbahaya. Kawasan ini tidak punya cadangan air tanah lagi.
Ini banyak sampah, plastik-plastik lagi.
Hey, my name is Hannah Tamba.
Hi everyone, my name is Ramiza.
Hi everyone, I'm Gia.
Hi, my name is Aisyah Todoroki.
I would be conducting the 5 gallons of water for 24 hours challenge.
Where I'll only be using 1 bucket of water for all of my activities in the span of 24 hours.
Our challenge stems off from the concern that millions and millions of Indonesians right now do not have proper access to water. In short, they are under a great amount of water stress.
We would be recording our activities involving water from showering, brushing our teeth, cooking, drinking, and other chores with only the water we have from that bucket.
Should the amount of water be used up after the span of 24 hours, then we have failed the challenge.
What I'm expecting from this challenge is to just minimally survive until 9 p.m. That's my bare minimum. And to just experience what it's like to have limited access to clean water.
I will probably fail this challenge because when you think of 1 bucket of water, you think that's probably the amount that people use when they're showering just once.
We'll try our best to succeed this challenge, although nothing is promised.
To shed even more light on the issue, we have invited co-founder of the local NGO named Bumi Buddies, which serves to encourage the youth to be more aware of climate issues and climate consciousness. And her name is Kak Indira Ardiatna.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for inviting me. My name is Putu Ayu Indira Ardiatna, but you can call me Indira for short.
So let's just jump into the first question then. So Kak Indira, how prominent do you think the issue of water scarcity is like in populated communities?
Okay, so actually when we talk about water scarcity, it's quite funny because our earth actually comprises 2/3 of our earth is actually made of water, right? I don't know, it's just quite overwhelming to think about it sometimes because I'm sure that the government has tried their best to make sure that everyone can get access to it, but sometimes, especially in Indonesia, because our country is an archipelago country, it's quite hard to give access and to develop technologies in those rural areas. So I think it's really important to put focus more on those areas that are not accessible and to create infrastructure so everyone can get better access to clean water.
Considering Jakarta, our own capital city, is at the heart of Indonesia's centralized government system, I mean, how can water insecurity occur at a place like that, a place with such dense population and spatial notoriety?
People are trying to buy more or purchase better technology so that they can have access to water from the ground. But as you know, Jakarta and its area, we can see that there is like a large gap between those who are wealthy and those who are poor. This can cause imbalances in terms of the demand. And also talking about Jakarta as being an overpopulated city, we know about the demand and supply theory, right? Where when there's more demand for clean water, there must be more supply. But if we cannot provide the demand, then there is a shortage. So I think that's one of the reasons why it can happen in a big city in Jakarta.
So I just woke up and today I'm going to do the 5-gallon water challenge. This is the amount of water I'll be using today, and I also subtracted around 1 liter of water from my daily water consumption.
Right now I'm currently filling out my bucket that I'm going to be using for 24 hours. So the first big challenge of the day is to wash my face and brush my teeth and just use the toilet in general. So I've left out this amount for me right now to use to brush my teeth and wash my face.
Alright, so this will be my measurement for the day, and this is approximately 5 gallons, and I'll be using it for the day for drinking and, you know, the likes. Wish me luck. And that's my cat. Alright, here's the water filled to the top, so there should be 5 gallons. I'm gonna go have my first glass of water, and then I'm gonna come back and throw away whatever was equivalent to that, so be right back.
So I'm gonna be praying right now, and I need to spend some of the water to make wudu. So I have the bucket with me right here.
Just finished brushing my teeth and washing my face, and that took about 1 liter.
So this will be my starting water throughout the day, and because I left a bit of the bucket empty, this is the amount of water that would have represented that I will be drinking throughout the day.
This is the size of my first glass. Alright, so it's been like an hour or so since I woke up. I'm gonna go take a shower. I went to the bathroom earlier and I already tallied up how much I used approximately. For the flushing, I think it's around 3 gayung. And then I'm gonna take a shower, which is the part that I'm most scared of because I don't know how much I'm gonna consume.
Right now I'm gonna be washing my face and I'm gonna brush my teeth. So I'm gonna wash my hands first. So I've washed my face and I'm gonna be brushing my teeth.
I will now be doing the dishes by only trying to use about 8 liters of water. I finished doing the dishes and turns out I used more than 8 liters. I actually used 10.
I just wanted to give a little update about the dish situation in my room. I figured since I'm going to be washing all the dishes using the water from the bucket, I'm just going to keep all the dishes that I've used throughout the day in my room so that I can clean it out at the end of the day with whatever water I have left. So I have a bowl, a plate, some cutlery, a glass, and an update on my drinkable water. I'm about halfway through the bottle.
So somebody sent me a drink and I don't want to waste it, obviously. So I'm gonna drink it, and then because we agreed that all of the other processed stuff that we do that uses water, we're going to also throw out. I would throw out the amount of water that this is approximately equal as within my bucket, so. Alright, moment of truth. This is the before and this is the after. Guess I'll just have like around 3 gayung fulls left to work for today.
So my chores include watering the plant, and this is basically what I was just doing. Now I'm gonna be taking a shower, and this is all the water I have left. I think it's half of the bucket. Now this is the amount of water I have after showering, and I have to save it for the rest of the day. So I have 700 of drinking mineral water that I took from the dispenser, and that is also how much I have taken out of the bucket.
Okay, it's around 5 p.m. right now, and I'm going to be doing the activity that undoubtedly takes up the most water, which is showering. And my bucket is nearing halfway empty, so we'll just see how it goes after this. So this is my bucket update after I just took a shower. As you can see, it's at least, we're only left with a third of what we had at the beginning of the day left. And I use my water very sparingly. So I'm not sure how the rest of the day will go.
Alright, so it's around midday about now. I have been just doing stuff all throughout my day, doing some assignments, so it hasn't exactly been a very active day. Therefore, I feel like my water intake isn't as much as it would be if I were like running around. So I did have lunch, breakfast, and a few glasses of water that I have minused out as accordingly. And as of now, I probably have like 1/5 of my container left.
Throughout the day, I take care of my cats, which includes feeding them and playing with them. So throughout the day, I also wash my hands, arms, and feet multiple times a day. So that takes about a few liters. I also use the water for wudu a few times, of course for my daily prayers.
So these are the dishes I have to do, and I also have my bucket here with the amount of water I have left that I'm going to be using to do the dishes with. So I'm done with the dishes, but this is all the water I have left.
I'm sorry, I took another shower. Where I live, it's so hot. It's like inhumanely hot. It's 9 p.m. at night, and I did consume some other things outside of my shower, which approximately took 13 gayung fulls of water.
So as I've already expected, I failed this challenge.
Alright, so I was one of the people who failed as well.
I thought that I would at least be able to survive with the amount of water until minimally 9 p.m. But in truth, I just used all of it before 6 p.m.
To my complete shock, I found that actually by the end of the day, on my very last activity, I was able to complete the challenge.
Not to mention the fact that I didn't even use the water for cleaning the floor, for example, laundry. The fact that I didn't do all these 3 things that a normal, maybe middle-class person would do every day to keep their houses clean and their selves clean, that says a lot.
This challenge highlights privileges I often overlook, such as being able to use water without the fear of it running out the next day, because before conducting the challenge, I had the ability to schedule my activities involving water so that my 5 gallons of water would not immediately drain out, which is never the case, I believe, for people living with water scarcity.
I think it was truly eye-opening just how harrowing it could be to put a limit on something that I have had access to my whole life. I do understand that it's a privilege to never have to think about where to source my water or how to access any water for that day.
It made me realize that the advantage of water taps is not merely in how easily it makes, access to water, but it also provides a lot of ease in how to mobilize using the water. There were a lot of preset household conditions or factors that eased me from using up too much water. Like, for example, the food in my household was already prepped. Circumstances change every day. Like, on the day I didn't need to wash my hair, but on other days I do. On that day I didn't need to cook my own food, but on other days I really do.
Without amounting our water to 5 gallons or place it in a certain measured bucket, we should collectively remain instilling the same mindset of a wise water usage. And this may not directly help communities with water shortages, but it is effective in energy saving and lessening carbon footprint, which can snowball into a greater impact.
And I hope that in the future, with better infrastructure and better access to water, this issue could be resolved for everyone.